And welcome to your Reiki session. For today's session, I wanted to fulfill one of your requests. Thank you so much for leaving your requests in the comments. It means so much to me, and it really helps me to feel more connected to you as I create these sessions. So thank you. For this session, we're going to be focusing on protection, helping you feel more protected. We're going to be using some energetic tools to really help thicken up your aura and create a beautiful protective energy. We're going to be using different crystals. We're going to be using a black candle just to really help support you and make sure you feel secure and protected and held. I'm going to begin here with our owl rattle, just because I think it's incredibly important when we're starting to do this kind of work, just to make sure that the aura is nice and thick and buoyant. That can really automatically help us to feel a little bit safer and protected when we have that space around us, this energy field around us. It's nice and thick and supportive. So I like using a rattle for that, and then we're going to use a little bit of spray with some aromatherapy properties. I'm going to start at your feet, and I'm going to move up and then down. Okay, I'm going to use a little bit of spray, and we're going to use our fan to help us to waft the spray. So the spray that we're using today is a cedarwood and sandalwood spray. It smells so nice. Just start to waft anything that was feeling stuck or held or tight after that. We'll shake down, shaking up of the energy, and now we'll use this very grounding, protective spray to fill up the aura, wafting away any blockages, moving through any blockages, and then doing our best to really create this grounded, protective energy as a baseline here for this session. Not neglecting the feet, the soles of the feet or the palms. Can you face your right palm up? That's available. Thank you. And same your left palm. Okay, great. Wonderful. How are you feeling today? Oh, good. Well, as always, I hope by the end of this session you just leave feeling 10% better than when you started. So a little auric scan. I'm now going to light this very small black candle, but it's one that I like to use very sparingly, and I use it for, protection, for security. There we are. So we're going to use this to set our intention and to really help you feel nice and secure and safe and protected. So, on behalf of your highest, wisest, most empowered and aligned self, in loving comfort and perfect balance, I wish to conduct this Reiki session for protection. Protecting you, protecting your light, helping you feel secure and supported. Now, if you would like to clarify this intention or specify it or even set your own intention based on whatever it is that you're moving through, feel free to use this flame to do so now. And as long as it's in service of your own and everyone else's highest, wisest selves, then I will honor that intention and see it through time and space to where and whenever it's applicable. Okay. I'm going to light another candle just to have a little bit of that flickering, and in order to light the rest of our tools for today. Now that we've set our intention, I'm just allowing that candle to have served its purpose for us today, the black candle. So I'm going to light some incense off of our candle, and I'm going to draw the sacred Reiki symbols outside of your heart space. Just going to use the smoke to do a little bit of further cleansing. Sometimes when our feelings of safety and security are breached, it can affect all different aspects of our lives. When our sense of protection, when our sense of support starts to falter, it can really mess with our own internal rhythm. And I find that it can be really can lead to a real sense of overwhelm and just being totally discombobulated. I think when anything is off kilter, it shifts other things because we tend to try to adapt and correct that imbalance. And so when that happens, we can tend to put other things out of alignment, which is why when we're doing these kind of chakra balancing sessions, we have this like pulling from one into another. We want to see what's activated, what's underactivated. And a lot of times just simply shifting one can help correct the other. But the good news is that there are things that we can do to shift that lack of protection into alignment and start to make us feel really grounded and safe and balanced again. So we're going to use a few of those tools here. And also some things that you can practice outside of this session to help you feel more safe and supported. I'm going to begin by moving through with this smoky quartz. Smoky quartz is a great stone for balancing the upper and the lower chakras. It has this beautiful quality of pulling energy up or sending energy down inside of our etheric field in order to help promote that balance. And I love using smoky quartz for protection, for grounding. If you're too up in the clouds, it can kind of help bring you down. If you're maybe too stuck into worldly fears, it can help you kind of see above that. So it has this really lovely balancing effect here. So we're just going to move this through your energy body. And as we do this, just try to melt into the Reiki table. Try to really give over to this present moment, sink into the present, and melt into the Reiki table. Great. I'm going to place a few stones now. I'm going to be placing this spiderweb jasper on your third eye. This is great for just having some perspective, maybe starting to see things a little bit differently, clearing away the cobwebs and starting to really see the networks that exist here. So I'm going to place this right on your third eye there. Lovely. Now I'm going to place another stone. Any black stones that you wanted to place on your body and create a grid would be really, really helpful. For this, I'm going to place a small black onyx. Now, I love using this stone for protection, and I think it can be a great one to use while traveling. I like using black onyx while traveling. It's a great, very protective stone, but unlike something like tourmaline where you kind of constantly have to be clearing it, it doesn't hold all that energy as much, I find. So place this at your feet, okay? So just in between your feet, just placing it here so that you feel just get nice and secure and supported. There we go. Good. And one thing that you can do for yourself is really tend to your lower body. When we are feeling a lack of safety, really tending to the hip area, the thighs, really connecting with your legs. If you wanted to maybe sit in chair pose or start to massage your legs, or massaging your feet can be really powerful, just to draw this energy down and really help you understand that here you're safe, you're secure, you're protected. Something like a squeeze, a gentle squeeze and release motion can be really helpful. Even a kind of gentle squeeze and push motion can be helpful. Squeezing and pushing, squeezing and pushing. That can be helpful just to kind of activate the lower limbs, which can then really help to activate the root and get it really working for you, okay? So one more stone that I'd like to use is a black tourmaline. So I'm actually going to be placing this in your palm. You can place this here in your right palm. Okay. There we go. Is that comfortable? Okay, good. And then in your left palm, I'm going to place this leopard jasper, or is it a leopard skin jasper? Let's call it a leopard jasper. But it's wonderful for connecting you to the spirit guides around you, to connecting you to your animal guides and really helping you to feel more supported and protected. So I'm going to be placing this here in your left palm, if that's okay with you. Sorry for reaching over your body. But yeah, just here in your left palm. There we go. So now we're just having that energy swirl in and just helping us to trust that there are so many invisible energies all around you that are here supporting you and protecting you, that are really helping to create this beautiful protective barrier all around you, that want you to be safe, that want to help you. So just remembering that and really starting to trust that is really important here. Now I'm going to use this pineapple quartz to activate the root space and just kind of draw that energy down, okay? So drawing the activation symbol here. So really pulling the energy down so you feel nice and held and supported. It's so powerful to start to trust that you're safe. And obviously, if you're in a dangerous situation, please seek help. I always have a hotline for you to call if you're struggling down below. But as part of this, it's really important that we can ask for help if we do need it, okay? Engaging in that kind of practice and creating a community around us of others who can you support us, as well as all these energies, and as well as the energy that we are supporting ourselves with, and as well as the different mechanisms and tools that we create and utilize in order to help ourselves. Also adding to that, relationships that feel very supportive can be really helpful in helping us feel more connected to that support and protection. So I'm going to be using just a few more stones now. I want to move through with this Septarian. Septarian is a stone of grounding. It's a great stone for helping us to set boundaries, and perhaps this is something that you need to do for this protection to help you feel more protected, is to maybe set some firmer boundaries for yourself and just really allow yourself to do that. So many of us, and it makes total sense because we are taught through media and culturally that their boundaries are selfish, or that it means that you're difficult, or it means you don't go with the flow, or you're not generous, or you're not whatever. You can fill in the blank. There are so many different aspects that we consider for that, but boundaries are incredibly important in our ability not only to protect ourselves, protect our energy, protect our spark and our light and all of that, but from a more practical sense, boundaries help us to be more compassionate. Brene Brown talks about that connection a lot, the connection between strong boundaries and kindness, our ability that we can have more space for kindness when we are protecting ourselves. So really try to challenge that if that comes up for you, that you think boundaries are selfish, or that you think that's someone being too needy or something like that. It's really about preserving our own energy so that we can show up more effectively and from a more loving place with others. So I think it's on the contrary to being selfish. I actually think it's an incredibly important practice in compassion for others. So using a stone like Septarian just to help remind us of the importance of that. The stone means boundary, means wall. So it's all about kind of creating these walls to preserve and protect what's inside. Sometimes we have to protect our fortress, right? And this session is all about making sure that you're nice and protected. Nice and protected. Nice and protected. And we're going to make sure that you are nice and protected. Safeguard against any negative energy that we don't want in this space. Place this here. Good. Now I'm just going to scoop some of this energy using this black kyanite wing. So we're just going to pull this energy down. So I think the most important thing here for you to practice moving forward is just, what are the areas in which you feel most insecure? Where are you kind of struggling the most? And then really try to practice affirming yourself in those areas. And if there's action that needs to be taken, then try to practice taking that action once a day. So for example, maybe you have a lot of fear or insecurity around the four walls. Maybe you have some financial fears going on. Every single day, do something to help you feel better about that. Now, it can be difficult to know where to begin with things like this if we're not if we haven't practiced that, and there's a lot of information out there. But if you can find a reliable source that you can trust to help you understand your finances a little bit better, just start somewhere. And it can be really empowering just to do one thing every day. And just know that there is hope. There's so much hope. In any fear, it can be an opportunity for finding greater depths of hope, It can find the richness of this beautiful optimism that can exist anywhere, and that hope can really buoy you up. So I'm just placing my hands outside of your hips here and really sending this loving energy into the root chakra. I like using the hips as an entry point for the root chakra, although you could use that for the sacral as well. But a little bit lower down on the hips is the space that I like to use. So sort of exactly outside of your pelvic floor, but on the outside of your body, but lined up exactly there. So if your insecurity or your fear or that lack of protection is coming from a relationship, doing one thing every single day, whether that's trying to, speaking to maybe a mental health care professional, but no matter what it is that you're feeling fearful about, just doing your best to connect with that action that you can take. Really connecting with the action that you can take in the solar plexus, activating the solar plexus here. I would say carry around a black stone and a red stone, if you're open to that sort of thing, or maybe wear black, wear red. You could wear a black shirt and red underwear. It doesn't really matter what you're wearing, but just make sure that you have some black and red around you, or at least try to practice that a little bit just to really connect with that sense of safety and activation in the root space. Sometimes when we're feeling unsafe, we feel totally blocked from action. We feel like there's this impasse and that we can't move past it. We almost feel frozen from this fear. And so just taking any action can really help us to break through that blockage and then start to feel more empowered, because that's really what needs to happen, is a balance between our solar plexus and our root here to really help trust that we're safe and to take action from that space of safety. So now just placing my hand on the solar plexus here. How does that feel? Okay. You are divine. You are connected. You are expressive. You are loved. You are strong. You are creative, and you are safe and protected. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day or night. Just remember you're safe and held and supported. And until we meet again, be so well. I love this sound. Anything like this kind of sounds like a kitten to me. Like a kitten purring. And just doing a little bit of balancing and aligning. But how would you suggest that a person achieve the ability to feel that comfortable with people? Not have that fear or apprehension of being can ask here and you can share it down in the comments.